There's no page. All right, listen up. A couple things. Shh, really quick. Here we go. If you are stuck on homework and you're like, oh my gosh, this was so difficult. Jenny, I'm just kidding. Your job is this. My question to you is this. Can you solve x to the 1/2 times x to the 5/2? Yes, okay, good. Can you solve x to the 3rd to the 1/3 power? Wonderful. Can you solve 64 to the 1/2 power? Okay. Can you solve the cubic root of 125 x squared? Sure. Can you solve, or rewrite, I should say, the cubic root of x squared to the 4th? Okay. You will pass your test. Well, half of it. Today, tomorrow, and the next day. Okay? Why? That's not bad, I promise. This test is pretty easy. I'm going to be honest, it's easier than my next unit, which is graphing. You have not done IM2 graphing, my friend. Ask my IM2 veterans if it's easy. How many of you have taken IM2 already?
This guy.
Oh, I know. He was in my class. Only you three? Only you three? You? No? No? Oh, four. Oh. Four of them were in my class, guys, last year. It's hard. You, Angel, Jaime, Alex. You guys failed. Desiree. Graphing in IM2 is difficult.
Why?
Graphing in IM2 is difficult. That's why we got to start off this test really well. It's got to carry us for, like, you know, a little bit. Oh, dude, just kidding, just kidding. You're right, you're right. You should have said, Mr. Sanders, what are you writing? I would have said, I don't know. But how many of you were actually copying what I was writing? But I wrote the topic already. All right. Shh. Tyler. Shh.
Yeah.
Quiet. Yeah. Okay. Today is relatively easy, I promise. If you can add and subtract, you can do today. I know. I should have said if you could pass, you know, first grade. All right, we have a lot of vocab, though, to go through. So we're going to go through vocab first. That corner over there needs to stop talking because I'm pretty sure you need to understand this. All right, what is a monomial? A monomial is a constant or a variable or the product of both. It's a constant, a variable, or the product of both. First of all, what's a constant? That's a coefficient. A number without a variable, it's just a number. Oh, look at your IM1 skills coming back right here. Monomial means how many? 1. It just means you have one term. A monomial is just one term. It is a constant, which is just a number, a variable, or the product of both. You must also have positive exponents. You must also have positive exponents. There are no negative exponents here. You hear me? You must have positive exponents. There are no negative exponents. Now, an example of a monomial is like the number 2. It's just a constant. It's a monomial. X is also a monomial. 5x is a monomial along with x squared. There's multiple. There's like a lot, right? But those are just examples to show you one that's just a number, one that's just a variable, the multiplication of both, or one that has a square term. Okay? They're all considered monomials. Next is a binomial. How many to make up a binomial? What does bi mean? 2, like a bicycle. 2 terms. It's the addition or subtraction of 2 monomials. Mon, not mon. For example, 5x minus 4. 5x is a monomial, negative 4 is a monomial. We put them together, we get 5x minus 4. You don't get to add them. They're not the same. You learned how to combine like terms in IM1 or refreshed your memory. Okay? Next is a trinomial. Yes, there is 3 terms. Hence the word tri. Like a tricycle. Because a tricycle has how many tires? Wheels. 3. It is the addition and subtraction of 3 terms. For example, negative x squared plus 4x minus 1. Negative x squared plus 4x minus 1 is a trinomial. There are 3 terms there. Next, we have the word polynomial. Poly means many. Poly means many. Now, a polynomial is a monomial or the sum of monomials. So, what do I mean by that? What I mean is this. You go to the grocery store, your mom tells you to buy fruit. You could pick different types of fruit, yes? Okay, same idea. Polynomial is like the term fruit. But when you go to the grocery store, there's apples, oranges, and bananas. Yes, there's multiple fruits, yes. But we're just going to go with 3 generic ones, okay? Polynomial is the same thing. Monomial, binomial, trinomial. It's their special name, but they're all considered a polynomial. Do you understand? So they're all considered a polynomial, but a monomial just means 1, a binomial means 2, and a trinomial means 3. We use the word polynomial to reference all of them, plus more. Okay? So it's the same idea. So for a polynomial, you can have something just like 5. You can have something like 4x. You can have something like negative 3x minus 2. You could have 4x squared plus 6x minus 1. So we have monomials, binomials, trinomials, or you can have something like negative 6x to the third plus 2x squared minus x plus 4. Could I keep going? I could, but I'm not going to. But I do need you to talk with your partner and figure out something. There's a pattern here. Not necessarily going this way. There's a pattern this way, but there is a pattern here. You need to talk to your partner and see if you can figure it out. There is a pattern. Yep. Where's your phone? Put it right there. Check the sign out here. Where'd you guys put my passes? Alyssa? Behind the board. Link crew. Link crew. 603. Where is this? Alyssa, why is your tiki man out? All right, do we have a pattern? Does anyone see a pattern?
No. They go in order.
What is order? Monomial this way, yes. What else order? Okay. Trinomial. Oh, it's still a binomial. Yes, it does. What else? There are 34 of you sitting in this classroom. Melissa's not the only one. What else? What else did you discover? Oh, that they have x's? Yeah, the 5 doesn't. What else? 5 is a monomial, so is a 4x. Uh-huh. The 5 doesn't. No. What else? Okay, they have exponents. Good. What else? Binomial. Binomial.
The binomial, the
Nomial.
nomial, have x's in there.
Yes. What about those x's? They have a coefficient. Do they have to have a coefficient? No. What else? Like, I mean, there doesn't have to be a visible coefficient. This has a -1, but that doesn't mean much. What else? Something about the x's. Here's my hint to you. Look this way.
Oh, they get smaller.
They get smaller. That's the key right there.
Oh, wow.
It's called standard form. It's called standard form. The definition of standard form is that we must write the monomials from the biggest exponent to the constant, which is the number. In other words, your exponents decrease. Dakota, you should be writing that down. So I'm about to turn the page. Your exponents decrease. From here, we went from 3 to 2 to 1 to the constant. Okay? You have to be in order from biggest exponent down to no exponent, which is the constant. You might not have an x squared. You might just have this. That's fine, but it still needs to go from the biggest exponent down to the smallest. Okay? It's example time. Did I tell you you need highlighters? I didn't. You need highlighters. Or colored pens if you have those. Colored pens work. If you have highlighters, that's better. What's up? You're going to the bathroom? Yeah. Phone. Oh. You better hurry. All right, we're going to do adding. Make sure you put the vest on. For adding, you're just going to combine like terms. You combine like terms in IM1. You're going to do it again. But we're going to make it look a lot different. So we have 4x squared minus x plus 2. We're adding negative 3x squared, positive 10x, and positive 7. You have an addition sign, yes? Because you have addition, you can ignore the parentheses. So what I mean by that is this. You're just going to have 4x squared minus x, positive 2, negative 3x squared plus 10x plus 7. I can drop the parentheses and I don't need them. There's a reason why I don't keep my desk together. Now, what you're going to do is you're going to go ahead and highlight. I cannot put that word together. What goes together? So 4x squared, what is also 4, goes with 4x squared? Negative 3x squared. Good, you said the negative. Does anything else go with that? Are they the same? Nope. Exponents are different. They do not go together. Negative x goes with what? Positive 10x. Include the positive sign. Positive 2 goes with what? Positive 7. I'm doing this next step just for this one so we can see the progression. Okay? So I'm doing this next step mainly for this problem right here. All right, I'm going to rewrite it. I'm going to put the purple ones in this purple box. So we have 4x squared, and we had negative 3x squared, yes? Then we had negative x and positive 10x. Then we had positive 2 and positive 7. All I did was rewrite it so they're grouped up together. Okay? Now, you are adding and subtracting. You are not multiplying. So do we do anything to the exponents? No. That's what you did when you had the multiplication. But we are not multiplying, so we're not doing anything to the exponents. They stay exactly the same. So in other words, all you're doing is combining the 4 and the negative 3. So what is 4 minus 3? 1. X to what power? Two or 4? 2. You don't get to do anything to the exponents. Do you hear me? You do nothing to the exponents today. You are adding and subtracting. Exponents do not get put together. They stay like they were. Negative, what's the number here? Negative 1 plus 10. Positive or negative? Positive 9x. Positive 2, positive 7. Positive or negative? Positive 9. Okay? Do 1. Do 6c squared plus 3c plus 9 plus 3c minus 5. 6c squared plus 3c plus 9 plus 3c minus 5. Go ahead and combine it by yourself and then check with your neighbor. That's fine. Ready? You have addition. Can you ignore the parentheses? Yeah, so I'm just going to rewrite it. So 6c squared plus 3c plus 9, positive 3c and a negative 5. Okay. By box, 6c squared. What else? That's it. By box, positive 3c. Positive 3c. And lastly, your 9 and negative 5. Good? All right, what goes first? Good. 3c plus 3c. 6c. 9 and negative 5. Positive 4. Who had it right? Good. Let's go to subtraction. For subtraction, I'm going to tell you to keep, change, and flip. Nope. It's keep, change, flip. So we're going to start with 4x squared minus 9x plus 1 minus 5x squared plus 4x minus 3. Now watch. Keep, change, flip is pretty easy. We're going to keep it, we're going to change it, we're going to flip it. So watch what I do. The first one stays exactly the same as what it was. We're going to change. From subtraction, the inverse of subtraction is addition. So we're going to make it addition. We're going to flip all of the signs on the other side. So you had a positive, so it becomes a negative. You had a positive, so it becomes a negative. And you had a negative, so it becomes a positive. So I keep exactly the first one, I change this to the inverse, and I flip all the signs over here. Do you have addition?
Yes.
Good. Do you have addition? You're just going to what? Combine like terms. So what did I do instead? There's really a property here. I didn't talk about it. We multiplied by -1. Over here, that's what we did. We multiplied by -1. But what happens is people forget, and they don't distribute correctly. So if you don't want to forget, just keep it and flip it all. Okay? But the real property is we're multiplying by -1. Some of you can figure that out. Others of you will have a harder time. So simplify. Done. And check. All right. Dakota, what did you group up together first?
The 4x2.
There's no 4x2.
The 4x with the exponent of 2.
So 4x squared?
And then the -5x squared.
Good. And what does that give me? You better phone your friend. Thank you. -9x goes with what, Jenny?
-4x.
Which is how much? Good. Lastly, +1 and +3 all together is how much? You think it's 4? Positive or negative? +4 is correct. Who had it right? Good. You're going to do one by yourself. Here we go. What's wrong, Angel? You're going to do 4d minus 6d to the third plus 3d squared minus the quantity is 7d to the third plus 9d minus 1. Yep. So 4d minus 6d cubed plus 3d squared minus the quantity is 7d to the third plus 9d minus 1. Remember, you have subtraction, so you need to make it what first? Addition. All right. Let's change the signs, yes? All right, we're going to keep the first part. We're going to flip, change, and we're going to flip. We're going to keep 4d minus 6d to the third plus 3d squared. We're going to change it from subtraction to addition. We're going to change the opposite sign. So set negative 7d cubed minus 9d and a positive 1. Good? All right, combining like terms. What goes together? What goes with 4d? Good. Which is how much? Okay, just curious. Negative 6d to the third. Anything go with it? Negative 7d cubed. And then positive 3d squared. And nothing. And then this one's last. Yes? All right, so what goes first? Which one? Negative 6d cubed. Don't be scared. What goes next? Did you combine them? What's negative 6d and negative 7d? Negative 13d cubed. Okay, those go together. What goes next? (3d squared), 4d and negative 9d, negative 5d, and lastly, plus 1. Who had that right? Okay. You need to make sure you have it in standard form. If you need to do this step when it gets to be too long, where you put them in the colored boxes, I don't care. But you need to get it right. Because this is easy. And then tomorrow I switch it up. Tomorrow we multiply. So let me tell you, I moved your test. So the way it's going to work is this. I'm going to do notes today, notes tomorrow. Friday I'm going to review the last 2 days because you confuse them. Monday I'm going to do notes. Tuesday, Wednesday review. Thursday your test. Got it? Thursday next week your test. Make sense?